Welcome to my channel, Kiwi's Cards. So, I realized once, I don't know, I just did downloads like at night, in the morning, when I wake up, and it's like, Spirit literally came to me and said, you know, you jumped on this platform and you start putting out videos, but are you really being transparent? So I had to sit with myself for a minute and think about that. Ace of Pentacles towards Virgo Capricorn energy, and this is something coming for you guys. So I'm gonna be pulling cards also, but I just want to really introduce myself and like kind of connect with you guys about this journey. Eight of Wands, communication, text messaging, but it's in reverse. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So it's like I haven't been transparent with you as far as who I am, as far as my journey, as far as, you know, me reading tarot. So right now, I just want to, like, put it out there. So, like, I started reading tarot, I'm saying between 2018 and 2020. And it was like, I literally asked for my twin flame. Literally asked for my twin flame, but little did I know that I myself had some healing to do. So when this situation presented itself in 2018, I was like, this is my twin flame. It was a connection that was out of this world, like intense, deep, like everything that you never ever experienced before. But that happened for a reason. It was so that I could connect with myself, because I'm like, this situation or this connection is intense, and it was like so strange. And it was intense to me, and I was just coming out of a marriage of like 10 years. So I was like needing something different, something new. And I don't know, I wasn't ready. I wasn't even ready to explore new options or new connections. So, in essence, this person was like a karmic to me, which, not saying that he was a bad person or had bad intentions towards me. The thing was that he made me look at me and made me realize that it was something in me that needed to change. Or, as you know, I blamed it all on him, blamed him. Why isn't he this, and that? But it was actually making me take a look at myself. And I started reading tarot to get the answers. Like, why is he doing this? I prayed about this, and this is the one for me, and I feel it so strongly. And so I kind of like cheated. I tried to cheat the universe and get the answers and speed up the healing, which, no. King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is where my thoughts came in at. And I started to see the truth. I started to get messages from Spirit, even though they may have not been clear, concise messages, and they also may have been. But Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Like, this person wasn't willing to give to me what I wanted. So in my quest to nail this person down, it was like, okay, that's not the situation for you. But I didn't want to believe it because the feelings and the attraction was so strong. So y'all just, I mean, the cards, it was like the cards kept telling me one thing, telling me one thing. Not that tarot is wrong, but energy is fluid. So things change. The future cannot be predicted. Also, that person, he has his own free will, and I cannot intervene in his free will. So no matter what the card said, this person did have feelings or do have feelings, but they also have free will. Leo energy, the sun. The sun is all about clarity. It's all about enlightenment. So, we may pray about things, but Eight of Swords. If we're still in our head, if we're still mentally entrapped in these toxic thoughts, then there's nothing. We're gonna go towards this. We can have enlightenment from what the universe tells us, from what downloads we get, from the dreams, from the intuitions, women's intuition. We can have all of that, but we can put ourselves into a mental box by thinking thoughts against what we feel and what we know. Now, even though this person who I consider to be my twin flame, even though we weren't on a mission to be together, the mission was always to heal. It was just to heal and to continue on this journey, because if I'm not healed, how can I help others heal? If I'm not there, if I'm refusing to look at things for what it is, how can I heal? And how can I help others heal? How can I step into my King of Pentacles? This is where I have dominance over my life. I don't need another person outside of me to get what I want, to have what I want. This person is abundant on their own. Even though the King of Pentacles is essentially a married person, but this is also an independent person. This is also a person who don't need anyone. So, I guess I skipped past my name and everything. So, let me kind of double back, because when I talk about this, it gets really intense for me, even though I'm in the process of moving past it and clearing it, which I do forgive that person and I release them with love, because I know it's not our time and it may not even be meant for this situation. But I do appreciate, and I told him years ago, like, I gotta thank you for helping me, or he never introduced me to tarot, but meeting him helped me get into tarot, even though it was just a means to be nosy. But once I got into it, because I was always spiritually in tune, always, and it was like, from a young age, I was on horoscopes, I was on just following my intuition, following my heart, and I knew my heart would not steer me wrong. Six of Wands, like, I knew whatever I wanted, I can get it. I already knew I could manifest whatever I wanted, but you cannot intervene on someone's free will. So, Kiwi, I'm Kiwi, and my name is Keisha, but like all my family call me Kiwi. Some of the most important people in my life, they passed away, and they always call me Kiwi. So it like came to me one night, like, call it Kiwi's cards. Call it Kiwi's cards. And I'm like, okay, because just kind of want to keep that childhood name alive, because I mean, it's endearing. So, and a lot of my family, they was like, you should read the cards, which I only got into the cards for my situation. It wasn't to read no one else's cards. It wasn't to help no one else. It was just selfishly for me, because I wanted to know, I wanted to know, was I crazy? What's going on? Did I imagine this connection? And I lost my job over it. It was just a lot. So I almost lost myself over it. But as far as with my family, encouraging me to read the cards, I had some naysayers, which were Christians, not a lot, but that just showed me that wasn't the life I wanted to live, because if Christians were not open to what I was doing, then that showed me that was judgmental of them. So that's not a place I want to be. So, with my family encouraging me to read cards and to read the tarot and to make a YouTube channel and to do this, I'm like, But I did it, and I still have, like, I'm still kind of shy on the camera, so I'm like, I mean, face to face, I read your cards, I do all of that, but on the camera, it's like, I'm like, so, but as far as my family concerned, the same people, they wanted me to read the cards, they wanted me to do tarot, but I started noticing, like, only some of them were supporting me, and that was another thing, and it was like, the more I tried, okay, I read your cards, trying to prove myself to them, and they still, they never supported me. And I'm not gonna say all of them, but it was a lot of naysayers in my family that were like, well, that's, and you, and just, that's crazy, and that's silly, and that's, I don't wanna die, I don't wanna get the death card, that means death. It was just so much around that. But the thing was, it was like, you want your family and friends to support you, and they may be supportive behind closed doors, but then it was like nobody was watching my videos, nobody was commenting, nobody was liking, nobody was doing anything. And not that I needed their validation, but it was like, these are the same people that encouraged me to do this, but they never supported me in doing it. So they're all tied into this twin flame dynamic. It was that I was nurturing relationships that wasn't nurturing back. They wasn't giving back what I was giving to them. I mean, I'm the type of person, I'm a Cancer, first of all. So I'm the type of person, I'm gonna support you no matter what you decide to do. That's just me. But in my journey, I have to figure out everyone is not gonna be like me. Everyone is not gonna do what I do. Not everyone is gonna treat me how I treat them or how I expect to be treated. So that took me into a whole nother frenzy. Like, I went on this whole cutoff mission. Like, I'm done with you, I'm done with you, I'm done with you, I'm done with you. And during that whole thing, it was like, I start finding me, start loving me more. Versus when I was in these connections, it was like they was bringing me down, because every time I was with people, I was having fun, turning up. But at the end of the day, they didn't really respect me or my feelings. They never really cared. They just cared about what they got from me, which most of the time was my light. Not trying to be funny, not trying to brag, not trying to do any of that. But I know that I have a light about me, which we all do, and it's about embracing it. And some people are afraid to embrace the light within them because it's hard. It's fucking hard. It's like hard to see the good, good, good. Keep on seeing the good, good, good. But mind you, I try, I see the good, I try to make the good, but I see the bad. I feel the bad. I'm an empath, so the bad, like, fucking breaks me down. It breaks me down. I've been to the point where I, like, can't sleep. I threw the cards away, not even wanting to be here anymore, and I don't want to speak that into existence. But it was so hard facing the dark, which so many people are afraid to do. And I don't blame you. I was afraid to too, but I couldn't keep on living a lie, living just good, 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 when, like, it broke me down most of the time. I was only happy when we were doing toxic things, when I was in toxic connections. So it's like, what's the point of this? Because these people don't make me feel loved. These people don't reciprocate what I need. They don't give back to what I give them. So it was essentially like draining me at the end of the day, even though I may have had fun with these people and not taking away any love I have for my family or my friends, but I just see that they're not on the same journey as me. So I have to respect that. I have to. But, a lot of people say, well, you cut off this person, cut off that person. Well, you have to. You just have to cut it. Because I've did things, tried to walk away from people, tried to stop talking to people, and y'all know how it be. Oh, come get me. I'm finna pull up on you. What you doing? Or let's go out to eat. Just things that you like. They feed into this just to drain your energy. Like when they call you and they offer to do things that you like to do, but in essence, they only want you around to drain your energy, because after they're through, they put you back where you are and you don't see the love at all. You don't see it. I mean, you can see the kicking it, you can see the connections, but what is a real, genuine connection to you? And I had to figure that out, because for years and years and years, I've been nurturing connections that were false, that were just toxic for me, and I nurtured them. And that brought in more toxic connections to me. So, not to even really talk down on the whole twin flame journey, because as hard as it was, it helped me. It helped me love me, and also as far as my ego. And I went through a lot of ego battle in my marriage. It was like we both fought to be in control. I couldn't release control. I barely even gave him leeway. So, once I think about it, I could have done things differently in my marriage, but everything happens for a reason. Everything. So right now, I'm happy to say that I'm going through a divorce. Now I'm happy. Not that I'm happy to say that, but I'm happy that we're still friends. We still co-parent, and I had to check myself sometimes, because we're so used to just going back to where it's safe, and I have to be like, okay, Keisha, even though you and your soon-to-be ex-husband get along, you're not supposed to run back to that. You're not supposed to, because it can be so much easier running back to what you know, back to what's comfortable, but it's really not. It's just toxic, and that's why situations kept coming to me like they were. Like situations that I couldn't do anything about, but continue to get hurt in. Because Spirit said, oh, so you like people that hurt you? You like people that don't reciprocate your love? So here goes some more of that. So now I'm like, okay, if I have to sit with myself and be alone, of course I date now, but I'm in a point where, like, with or without a quote unquote twin flame relationship situation, I'm open to dating and meeting new people, but that's gonna be on hold until I find me. So in essence, this is what I want to say to the collective. Like on this journey that we call life, we have to be mindful of the things that we attract into our existence. Like if we're continuing to see toxic relationships continue to bring in people that don't love us, don't treat us equally, then we need to look within ourselves and see what part of us needs that. What part of us do we need to fix that needs validation from someone else, that needs to be loved from someone else? Because it's like, I see that I was toxic. Not only was my twin flame toxic, which, no shade, but I was toxic too for continuing that cycle. He called me crazy. He called me this, that. That's fine. That's fine. And maybe I was kind of crazy for continuing on that road, which was not for me. But in essence, I learned a lot, and I started loving me just as much as I thought I loved him. So instead of him, now that love is going into me. And I'm like, okay, this is my journey. This is what I want to be on. Aside from a twin flame journey, I want to know myself. I want to help heal, and I want to continue my journey in healing. I want to stop meeting toxic people, stop nurturing toxic relationships. So if there's, I mean, just sit with yourself and see, is there any relationship that's really toxic that you continue to nurture? Cutting people off don't mean that you have to be through with them for good. But if you're not getting anything out of it, you need to step away. That don't mean that you don't love them. You just need to step away. So let me pull some cards, you guys. Because now this, I guess this is gonna be for the journey, because I just want to leave you with something, even though, you know, I wanted to introduce myself, because I really didn't. You know, I just jumped in to the tarot, and every time something went wrong, I stopped reading and I gave up the journey, and it was like I was quitting. So I really didn't, I really didn't fulfill my purpose, and I know this is my purpose. Okay, so homebody. So it says, let me cook for you and give you a massage. So let's get some more cards. Collective. So you may be going through this, and I want to clear any negative energy around anything I said, because the relationships that we experience, don't let them define you. Just don't. Just do better. Do better moving forward, like I intend to. You know, and it's hard letting go of people that you love, but you just have to do it. You just have to. So summertime, let's go on a trip, double date, and have some fun. So I feel like you may be in the journey that you're on. You may have someone, and this just goes to what I'm just saying. Someone, now when they try to come in, people will try to come in and just tell you anything you want to hear, because you may like to eat. You may like, it's so cute to have someone cook for you, someone have fun with you. But be mindful, is this staying, or is this just random? Will they be there, or is this something that they're just doing to win you back over? Drama. Exactly. Let's double date, let's have fun, let me cook for you, but drama. That's the thing. These people will come in and tell you everything you want to hear, and then here comes the damn drama right back around. It doesn't stop. And it's part of manipulation. It's part of them manipulating you. Moving too fast. See, now they'll do all this. They say they want to go out with you, cook for you, and then they put the brakes on and say, ho, 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 you're moving too fast. Petty arguments want to be with you, but they need time. There's no one else, but they need time. I mean, it's just, do we want that? Do we want to continue to sit around and hold up our life for a person that can't make up their mind? Or for a person that's in and out? For someone who's not serious about us? Do we really want to sit and wait? I mean, we could be living our life, meeting new people, new things, new adventures. Read between the lines. Exactly. Read what this person isn't saying to you. You will find the answer. Someone will tell you without telling you. And that's just like with me. I say it's like things are coming to me about this person, and I was ignoring them, because I'm like, oh, let this person, well, the connection is so strong, just give this person time. But the thing is, it's not going nowhere. Look at the road. It's not going no fucking where. Like, you're waiting and giving this person grace when you're supposed to be giving yourself grace. And this person you may have met someone that's a homebody that likes to do things like that. But as far as the commitment with you, that eludes them and you. So who do we love more, them or us? Exciting times. Yeah, exciting times. You make me happy being with you. I can be myself with you. And you may feel like you can be yourself with someone. You're happy with this person. But if you can be yourself with someone, you can be yourself with yourself. Like, if you rather wait, if you rather go through the drama of the in and out just because you have exciting times with this person, you need to take a look at yourself. Take a look at yourself, because, and I mean, I think I did this for another sign. It's like all the time, it's not gonna be excitement. It's not gonna be love. It's not gonna be romance. Sometimes you just gotta know. It's just like that. That's all that is. If you want to entertain that, that's fine. But you have to be emotionally mature. You have to know this is what this is. And in my case, I'm like, no, I don't want that. I've never wanted that. Ghosted. Ghosted. This person ghosts you, and it's like you deal with it. Without notice, no call, no text, no show, just disappeared. Do we want that? This is what's in the background of you. Even after the exciting times, this person brings drama. They're like thinking you're rushing them. They want you. They may tell you there's no one else. They want you, but even though there's no one else, it's still not you either. Bored. Dead end dates, unfulfilled, not on the same page. So this was face down. So it's saying you turn to this person or these toxic people when you're bored, because like everyone you meet, you don't vibe with them. You don't feel that connection with them. And that's just because you're not letting yourself. And I battled the same thing. I'm like, different times I went back to my twin flame, like, yeah, well, I really didn't like that person. Doesn't matter. Just keep on moving. Every connection is not going to be the same. You may not feel the same thing that you felt for your twin flame, for your ex, or just all connections are going to be different. So that's where you decide to nurture it yourself, and you bring in what you feel that you're missing. Yeah, that card didn't want to come up, and I didn't want to face it either. Like, I'm bored. So let me reach back out to toxic people when I get bored. And that right there is toxic within itself, because we have plenty of things that we could be doing when we're bored. You know, there's plenty things besides feeding toxic connections. Okay, let's get some more oracles just to see where we at. I mean, just to be a little bit more transparent. Rejected. You don't want to feel rejected. I feel like you hate the fact that this person is rejecting you when you care so much about this person. Separation, split, time apart. We need a break from each other. And this person is in and out of your life. This person makes you feel rejected. And once they come back in, or once they open the communication back up, you feel like it's love, because their spark is right back there. But what about when they're back rejecting again? And anyone on the twin flame journey has been through this. And there are some twin flames that come together, and there's some that is strictly for a lesson. So it's not many that I've researched that are actually together, probably less than a handful. But in essence, it's all about you. And I had to figure out, like, everything needs to be a balance. Your twin flame can also be you. You balancing the feminine and the masculine within you. Let's get some more cards collected. Baby mama, baby daddy drama. So some of your people are in connections with someone else still. That's why they can't step away. That's why they can't really be what you want them to be, who you want them to be. Kids, family issues, child support, custody battles. So it's like they can't leave. And it's kind of selfish on their part, because, I mean, if you want to move forward, all this can be resolved. I've seen plenty situations where you can co-parent and still move on to the next situation. So if this person's still holding on to past relationships or even past family issues, that's what they want to do. That's exactly what they want to do. So we can't blame, oh, well, his ex-wife is threatening to take the kids. That can't be an excuse. It cannot. It just simply cannot. Because if this person really wants to move forward, they will. Okay, let me get a couple more cards and I'm gonna close out, you guys. But I'm glad that you're with me. If you're with me, and I just feel I had to come on and like be transparent with you. And also, I'm on other socials, so you can come follow me there, Facebook, TikTok. You know, I do different platforms on different channels, so y'all connect with me. I appreciate it too, because this is what I want to do. And it's like so many people. I talked to a lot of different people doing one-on-one readings, but when it comes to my channel, I'm like, okay, is anybody watching? All these people that said they support me. I mean, once I started cutting everybody off, I started really listening to guidance from the divine, saying, these people, think back, did these people really love you? What did they really do for you? How did they really help you? How did they really support you getting where you needed to be? Can you depend on them? Can you trust them? Will they be there for you? I mean, you need to ask all these questions. Even though we're independent, we can do it on our own. But what you look at your family and friends as someone who's going to support me, someone who's going to be there for me. I've gotten support from strangers more than I have from a lot of my family. And not to like downcast my family, because a lot of them do support me, but it's in private. They don't, I mean, my channel, I don't see them there, and that's fine. It's totally fine, because that just shows me that I'm nurturing the wrong connections, family or not. Frustrated, tired of your shit, stressed out, overload, burnt out. So this, I be here sometime too. This is what this person does. Frustrates you, probably even sexually. But another thing with that, we have to learn to channel that sexual energy somewhere else. Just channel it somewhere else. I had to learn myself too, like, okay, you wanna have sex, you wanna be intimate with someone without being intimate with just anyone, channel that energy. Channel it. Channel it to something else. I'm telling you, it helps. It helps. I'll be up early in the morning, like walking the dog or cleaning the yard, and I'm like, okay, there's the energy. That's the energy, and it's creative. It helps me find different things to do, different outlets. So let's get a couple more cards. And y'all, please subscribe to my channel. Y'all help a sister out. You know, help me put my videos in rotation. You know, help me be able to give you more messages and more downloads as I receive them. And also help you to step into your divinity. You know, I wish I would have had, and I did. I watched a lot of YouTube, but as far as meeting my spiritual family, I really didn't. And that's because I wasn't ready. So when you're ready, what they say, when you're ready, the teacher would come or the student would come. But yeah, when I was ready, and now it's like the person who literally put me into spirituality, like she literally, look, it's 33:33 on the clock. She literally told me my mom was sick, and we were like it was this girl, and I love her to death. And it was like, we was in the middle of the bar drinking, and I'm like, get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. I don't want to hear that, girl. And so I was in a state of mind, and she really didn't want to do it either. And now I can kind of feel why the energy was like it was, because you really don't want to put this on somebody. But one of my ancestors came to her and told her my mom was sick. And lo and behold, I called my mom, and my mom was like in another state. I called her, and I don't know what happened. She was just like, whatever, Keisha. My brother literally was like, Mama went right to the hospital when you told her that she been sick, didn't nobody know. I was like, fuck nah. And I was like thinking, I'm like, this girl isn't on my page. This girl is not. And she's a white girl. And that's my girl. I love her to death. White, black, blue, orange, green. I don't give a fuck. I love her to death. But I'm like, she really didn't follow me like that. So how did she know? I'm trying to look at my on Facebook. Like, she had to look on my page. She had to, or she probably followed and see my mom page. But I didn't even know my mom was sick. I didn't even know. I'm like all these miles away, and I was like, that's crazy. She straight knew. And my mom like went to the hospital, and she was declining. Her health was declining, and she was battling cancer. So yeah, I lost my mom like 2 years ago now, come August. But I'm so grateful to Melissa. If you're watching, girl, man, you already know you're my spirit angel. So it was like, okay, this was meant to be, but this was meant to open me up. You know, this message didn't just come to me. We was in the middle of a bar turning up after work. Like, I wasn't even into that. So this was my guardian angels trying to get my attention, letting me know, like, Keisha, you have a bigger calling. This is not your calling. And it was like, I didn't believe in it. I was like everybody else. Oh, she crazy. No, she opened me up. She opened me up, cracked me open. And like ever since then, I fought it, I battled it, and that was what I was supposed to do. That's what I was supposed to do, to really bust me open, to really get me where I needed to be. So I digress, but let's get back to the cards. Heart locked down. I'm not open for love, but when I am, you're gonna need the combination. So all this red and pain, I feel like this is a mirror. They're not open for love, but it's like, on the other hand, how could they tell you you're gonna need the combination? So it's like, I'm not ready to love, but I'm locking you out anyway. That's games. That is games. And I feel like that's where we're at as well. We may not be ready for love because of someone else's actions towards us. So we're gonna make everyone else fight for our heart, or fight through our pain. So right there is where we need to take a look within. The next person coming into your life that you may feel like, he's not for me, she's not for me, they're not for me, it's because your heart is locked from the last person. So we need to be open up to love. Like when you start loving yourself, like falling in love with yourself and falling in love with God, with divine. And not that you have to go to church every day to fall in love with God. I talk to God every morning, every morning. It's something that you have to do within your heart. It isn't outward, it's within. So let's get some more cards, you guys. Whew. And I feel like sometimes the energy be so strong, but that's just because it needs to come out. Okay, let's get one or two more cards before my phone starts blowing up, you guys. So let's get a couple more cards for this collective energy today. Home, new home, or moving in together. Let's make it official. So I feel like you're planning on moving, but I don't think it's with this person. I don't think it's with the person that you think it's with. But I see you possibly wanting to move or looking for a new home. You may feel like you wanted to be with this person. You may even feel like, if I find a new home, this person is going to want me now and see what I've accomplished. But no, you have to do it for you, or you will never be happy. If you're doing it to win someone over or to get someone, it's never going to work. Never. So you have to make it about yourself first. So let's get another card. So I'm going to try to make more videos and more uploads, and I'm going to be more consistent with it, because this is what I want to do. But no matter if I'm with that person or not, it's like I want to give up the cards every time I get mad at that person. And no, we can't give up on what we love because of somebody else. That means we're giving them control. And I've never been the type to relinquish control to anyone. I'm in control of my reality. I'm in control of my feelings. I'm in control of my emotions. Alone, solitude, quarantine, withdrawal, antisocial. So if you have to be alone right now, that's fine, because there's nothing wrong with being with you. It was just 39:39 on the clock. Like, learn you. Learn you. Go within. Go within and figure out what you really want, what you really deserve. Because it's not the hurt and the pain. And not to say that love, there's not gonna be any type of hurt or pain within a relationship. But for someone to keep turning back on you and ghosting you, that's definitely not love. So y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here, but you know, be looking forward to more messages more frequently, and just more of me being just like transparent. I just want to put it out there, like, the hurt is making me stronger. Like, from the family, the friends, losing my mom, everything is just like making me stronger, and I have to deal with it. I have to face it. A lot of people do not want to face the hurt. It's easy to look the other way, but the hurt gonna keep on coming back up. So it's just so easy to face it and move on. You know, just move on. Love yourself more. Not that you don't love yourself, but once you really start loving yourself, you'll see that you won't let anyone else hurt you. You won't, because that's just a trauma bond. Sometimes we get addicted to hurt and pain. You know, it releases endorphins in us, and some type of emotion is better than none. I've heard people say, because it just keeps us going. It makes us feel alive, but we don't always need that. You know, to just be here and enjoy life and enjoy being here. Text message, you're on my mind. I miss you and can't get enough of you. So you may get a message from this person once you try to walk away, and it may even light you up, but that's just because you're walking away. That's just because you're deciding to love yourself. Because if you decide to go back to some toxic connection because they text out the blue, this person's smiling happy, that's a toxic connection. Like, especially if they're going to be gone right the next day or so, or after you guys hook up, they're gone again. They're ghosting again. That's just toxic. So y'all, like, comment, subscribe to Kiwi's Cards, and I really, really hope this helps. And I'm glad to be connecting with you guys, and I hope you stick around and support me, and I'm definitely supporting you. I'm rooting for you, and I hope you're rooting for me in this journey called life. Thanks.